She started like this: sweet messages, constant compliments, uninterrupted attention. He said she was unique, special, that he had never met anyone like her. He made promises, offered future plans, presented himself as the perfect man. But gradually, she began to notice something strange. Every time she disagreed, he made her feel guilty. Every criticism was a threat. Every conversation turned into a courtroom. She wondered if she was going crazy, if the problem was her. And him? Always with that controlled smile, that subtle superiority, that rehearsed speech of someone who never makes mistakes. If this sounds familiar, it's no coincidence. It's a pattern, and it has a name. Maybe you know someone like this. A friend who always needs to be the center of attention. A relative who never admits to being wrong. A co-worker who seems too charismatic to be true. Maybe you have lived with one of them. Or worse, maybe you are still trapped under the spell of a narcissist without knowing it. The narcissist doesn't come with a warning. He doesn't shout. He seduces. He wears masks. He enchants, manipulates. And when he realizes he has you in his grasp, he reveals his true face, cold, calculating, and deeply destructive. And the most dangerous part, he can make you believe that you are the problem, that everything that is wrong is your fault. He turns the game around before you even understand that you're playing. But to understand why these people are so dangerous, we need to go back to the origin, to the story that named all of this. The term narcissism comes from Greek mythology. Narcissus was a young man so beautiful that he fell in love with his own image reflected in the water. Unable to detach from his obsession, he withered away until he died. Freud was the first to turn this myth into a diagnosis, but it was Carl Jung who went deeper, who warned about the dangers of the narcissistic shadow, that hidden part of the human being that refuses to look inward and projects onto others everything it cannot accept in itself. Because narcissism is not just exaggerated vanity or egocentrism. It is a dysfunctional psychic structure that distorts reality to protect a fragile and inflated ego. It is an insatiable hunger for control, admiration, and power. It is an emotional trap disguised as affection. And the worst part? Narcissists are not easy to identify. They are masters at appearing normal. And while you don't understand what you are facing, they continue to undermine your self-esteem, your autonomy, your sanity. That's why this video is not just a theoretical analysis. It is a warning. It is a direct conversation with you, who may be trying to understand why certain people make you doubt yourself. Why you feel like you are always walking on eggshells. Why, even giving your all, it still seems never to be enough. Today, you will see what was once invisible. You will understand the workings of the narcissistic mind through the eyes of Carl Jung and other scholars of the psyche. You will learn how to identify, resist, and, most importantly, free yourself from this destructive cycle. Because the first step to protecting yourself from a narcissist is knowing how to recognize him. Are you ready to look behind the mask? To understand the modern narcissist, we need to go back to the beginning, before psychology, before Freud, even before Jung. We need to return to ancient Greece, where myths were not just stories, they were maps of the human soul. Narcissus was a young man of unparalleled beauty. Everyone desired him, but he desired no one. He ignored the love of others with coldness and disdain. One day, while walking through the forest, he saw his reflection in a lake, and there he stayed, fascinated. Unable to pull away from his own image, he was consumed by a selfish, solitary, and self-destructive passion. He died right there, drowned in himself. In the place where his body fell, a flower was born, the daffodil. But what does this story really reveal to us? Narcissus did not truly love himself.